I thank God for this amazing opportunity given to the Nagas, particularly to our toppers, to come together in this manner, to join our hands together, to ensure ourselves that we are one. Naga Students Federation, by convention, we have the tradition to honor our Naga toppers. It's been quite a long time where we have been honoring as and when HSLC and HSSLC examination result is declared. It was in the year 2019 where we felt that we have to also honor HSSLC examination Naga toppers. So we have included, and from there onwards we have been honoring and acknowledging our toppers till that. When we say Naga toppers, most of our friends, our students must be confused. Why only Naga toppers? Or why Naga toppers? To inform all of us, we have a Naga toppers from Manipur Board of School Education. Unfortunately, this year, we could not have a toppers from Arunachal Board and Assam Board. But we have been acknowledging all our Naga toppers, irrespective of our artificial boundaries. And that is Nagas, and we are Nagas. Before I express few of my thoughts, taking this opportunity in the presence of the media, let me bring out some few reports which I would like to place before the dignitaries today. This year, in high school leaving certificate examination, government school could manage to come out with only 36.62 pass percentage, whereas private schools managed to come out with 82.08 percentage pass percentage. In the higher secondary school leaving certificate examination, in the art stream, government institution managed to come out with 81.39 percentage pass percentage, and private institution with 87.70 pass percentage. In commerce stream, government institution managed to produce 87.50 percentage, and private institution managed to produce 87.02 percentage. Science stream, government institution 87.64 percentage, and private institution with 92 percentage. That is under Nagaland Board of School Education. It is always an honor and privilege to address a toppers and other toppers. I must tell all of you that you are the luckiest person on earth among the Nagas. Unfortunately, in government institution, the government institution could not produce even a single toppers this year. All the toppers in 2022 from high school leaving certificate examination are all from private institutions. All our families are not well to do to send our children to a private institution. To congratulate, while congratulating my dear toppers, I also would like to take this opportunity to congratulate your parents and your guardians who are with you today in our midst. In fact, it was your effort, no doubt. However, there is no doubt that it was also the contribution and the efforts given by your parents and your teachers and your institution, and for which I want to congratulate all of you. This year, we have altogether 72 toppers. 40 toppers from HSLC under Nagaland Board of School Education, 29 toppers from HSSLC examination under Nagaland Board of School Education, and 3 toppers from Manipur Board of School Education Class 12 examination lady certificate. Altogether, we are felicitating 72 toppers today.
It is a privilege and an honor to be with you. First of all, I congratulate all the toppers in the HSLC and HSSLC examination 2022. Your dedication and hard work has paid off. I was thinking about what I should share to such young, brilliant minds, and this came to my mind. What advice will I give to my younger self? So I would like to encourage you with some few words from my experience as a student. Number 1 is knowing your passion. Passion is the force that fills our lives with meaning. Most likely, the powerful tool to a happier life is our passion. Knowing our passion and achieving a position in life where we make it possible to live with our passion is an ideal way to find happiness. However, for most of us, this is but a distant dream, as we settle for an easier path and later struggle to be content and happy in life. It is important to master our passion and work hard towards it. It is important to know that sometimes it might be the road less taken, but what matters is whether you're passionate, content, and happy about what you do. Second is discovering our purpose on this earth. The Japanese believe in a concept called the ikigai. According to them, the answer to a meaningful life is finding your ikigai, that is, our reason for being or our purpose in life. To put it in more practical terms, our ikigai is what wakes us up in the morning, drives us forward, and leads us away from a mundane status quo lifestyle. It empowers us and drives our actions and purpose. A worth noting example of people who have their ikigai is the renowned Japanese animator Hayao Miyazaki, who co-founded the world-famous Studio Ghibli and portrayed the importance of being here and now by making great animations for children. Like Miyazaki, we all have a purpose and a mission on this earth, and to live a purpose-driven life, it is important to seek God's wisdom and guidance. Number 3, passion and purpose are also the first and primary step towards determination and resolution. And determination is an important factor in a person's success or failure. A person who is determined knows in which direction he or she should go. Like a train, they will continue along the tracks until they reach their destination. A determined person will also be able to overcome the many challenges that life throws at them. Number 4, with passion and determination, discipline and self-control will come naturally to you. Discipline will help us achieve our goal no matter what it may be. However, often at times, we find it difficult to stay focused and inculcate good habits. During such times, this quote by Irma Bombeck always motivated me. When I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say, I used everything you gave me. Number 5, success does not only mean achieving our goals, and it is not the result of just one person. Here comes the importance of maintaining good interpersonal relationships. It is important to surround ourselves with people we love, such as our family and friends. Their support and motivation are integral to our success, and I'm sure the toppers here have experienced this firsthand during the course of their preparation for their board exams. Hence, it is important for us to build and maintain good relationships to live a healthy life. Today, I also want to focus on the importance of a healthy body and mind to achieve something in life. Here, I want to emphasize on mental health, which is considered a taboo in our society. The WHO defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. According to WHO statistics released in 2021, 7% of Indian population have mental health issues, and according to National Crime Records Bureau, India has one of the highest suicide rates among students in the world. However, unfortunately, India as a nation does not have the resources or the expertise to tackle mental health problems. If you feel that you are depressed and have suicidal tendencies, you should immediately seek help. Depression is treatable, and although seeking help can be difficult, you should consult a psychiatrist, a loved one, or a confidant. And if you know someone who has such symptoms, you should immediately reach out to them. Be a good listener and not be insensitive. Remind them that you're there for them. Encourage them to seek medical help and talk about the risk of suicide. We should also respect their privacy and not relay their personal problems to a third party. You can also always reach out to me if you need help. I will always be there for you and try to help as much as I can. Number 7 is proper use of social media. In a world where there is no dearth of false information and fake news, we as an educated youth should be responsible to use social media platforms wisely. Think before we forward a message to someone or post something online. Refer to reliable resources. Make sure that the information which we are sharing matches with various other sources. Number 8 is the importance of inculcating the good habit of reading. Readers are leaders and leaders are readers, but unfortunately, readers are a dying tribe in the 21st century. How can we be a well-informed youth? Only by reading and reading and reading books and newspapers. We should be aware of what's happening around us within the state, in the country, and even abroad. It will make us an informed citizen, and we will know our rights as well as our duties. Number 9, the importance of imperfection. It is okay to fail sometimes. It is okay to not have things go your way. What's more important is that we should rise up and persevere and work towards our goal. As Rudyard Kipling once said, it is important to treat triumph and disaster just the same. Today, I am talking to the future leaders of this country. Tomorrow, some of you will be teachers, doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, civil servants, economists, politicians, and so forth. When you have achieved such a position, always think of the underprivileged and the most vulnerable sections of the society. Develop a sense of empathy and put yourselves in their shoes. Our goal should be to uplift them out of their poverty and provide them with the privileges that they were not born with. And above all these, keep God as your anchor and seek His kingdom first. For as Psalm 91 says, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I repeat once again, Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Dear friends, today you have excelled brilliantly in your board exams, but this is not the end of your journey. It is only the beginning. Think of this as a stepping stone to your purpose and goal in life.
I thank God and I thank the NSF for giving me this privilege to stand here before you all and give a short speech on behalf of all the toppers. I am Himasong Alungrumer and I passed out my higher secondary from Christian Higher Secondary School, Dimapur, and I'm currently studying theology at Trinity Theological College, Dimapur. I stand here today on behalf of all the toppers in thanksgiving to the EPIC Students Organization and its leaders for organizing such an auspicious program to felicitate the toppers. It inspires, encourages, and motivates not only us, but also thousands of aspiring young minds in our state. So thank you. The journey of being in the HSSLC toppers list was not an easy task for me, which I believe is true for almost all the toppers present here today. It took a lot of determination, hard work, perseverance, support and motivation from family, teachers, and well-wishers. It was a journey, sometimes filled with hope, but also at times filled with despair and doubt. But amidst that journey, God was there with all of us and has brought all of us here today, I believe, for His great plan. I believe that if we continue to uphold the values that we have inculcated in our journey this far, such as determination, resilience, hard work, etc., and if we don't just remain contented with what we've already achieved, but again, if we keep higher goals and aspirations in our lives, it will go a long way in bringing positive and transcending changes in our society as well. I'd like to lastly once again thank the NSF for keeping us in your priorities, for taking the time and trouble, for organizing such an auspicious program for us toppers. And also, brothers and sisters, as we all once again venture out on a new journey of our lives, let us first keep God first in our lives. Let us uphold the good values that have brought us here today. And also, let us keep contributing to our society in the best that we can, for a unified limb and for the glory of Nagas.
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students present here today for securing top in the recent HSLC and HSSLC exams, both NBSC and Councils of Higher Education's Manipur. As saying goes, there is no shortcut to success, so I believe that you are where you are because of your hard work and dedications. We are all proud of you, success, and hope that you will continue to bring pride to our Naga communities even in the days to come. Without wasting much time, let me take this time to acknowledge and felicitate our topper with a small token of our appreciations, where we will be giving a friends, a Bibles, and a brief history of our Nagas, published by Naga Students Federation. So, to do an honor, I would like to invite our guest, Sir Molomon, to please come forward and give our prize. For Class 12 Art Streams, Lima Sungla from Christian Higher Secondary School, Dimapur. I request the topper to have a picture with ourselves. Mr. Sokol Lebdem from Major Higher Secondary, top 2. Top 2. Top 3, Nitozonyo Government Higher Secondary, Josama. Top 3. If there's any relative. Top 5, Tokabo from Model Higher Secondary, Kohima. Top 5B, Elizabeth from the Moscow Higher Secondary, Kohima. top 5 bid.
I will not speak long, but want to extend my congratulations to the toppers and the UPSC Successful Fellow. It is very heartening to see and hear two UPSC Successful Fellows from Nagaland as Naga people. And particularly to my fellow student friends who have taught this examination 2022. You have a very challenging educational journey ahead. You will have no time to lay back, you will have no time to lay off. Many of your fellow friends, the divisioners, first people who have stood in first division, second division, third division, maybe, or including some of the students who have felt in the examination that you have gone through together. There are many students who will be and who are jealously studying to overtake you. And you must ensure that there is no time for you to lay back and relax, thinking that I have topped the examination and I'm one of the topper. You have a very challenging journey ahead. It is a known fact that the bottom or the ground is always crowded, but the top or the pinnacle is always empty. This examination has also taught us it was more of something like there are people vying or fighting to fail the exam. There are people vying or fighting to be on third division or second division. But very few people are placed at the top. And therefore I'm saying the top is always empty, whereas the bottom of the ground is always crowded.
At the passion I pursued and the profession I landed in. Although I must say as a solace, I've also published 3 books of poems, so I'm a poet, which can qualify me for to be not a novelist, but at least a writer. And landing up as a legislator is something which came about because of that pursuit. When I say this, I'll recall or add to what Kumar Shah and Imsen Naro has said. Reading maketh a person, as the saying goes. So when you read something, a book, a novel, a history book, or any book, if you are a good reader, if your vocabulary is good, if your concentration is high, and these are what matters. Simple things are powerful things, and these are the powerful things that matter. When you read, you are affected by what you read. Positively or negatively or constructively, you are impacted by the knowledge that you are interacting with. You are not talking to a group of people. You are not talking in a meeting. You are alone because it is a solitary, lonely process. Reading is talking and interacting with some mind who have thought, who have worked hard to come up with some of the lessons or some of the messages that is well researched and well conveyed. So when you read, you are interacting with a mind that is brilliant, that has done the work and the research to bring out that knowledge. So when you pass in your school, you are getting some marks. But when you read, you are inheriting a lesson which you will keep for life. Therefore, Albert Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge. Again, if you don't have knowledge, your imagination may not be helpful to you in your future careers. With this, I want to just focus on one thing I really wanted to share with all of you. The future belongs to you. Everybody will give you so many inspirational stories. There are so many inspirational stories if you just Google you will find a lot of stories which will enable you in your quest for success in life. But I must tell you that as we are in the age of technology, artificial intelligence defines our future. There are several jobs which may become obsolete. There are several jobs which may become very important. Like there was a time, let me just get back to what Imsen Naro said. She mentioned mental health. So that's just one issue. If you look at the state of Nagaland, our priority is the government job. Everybody wants government job because, in my conversations with people, they say that government job is good for us because it provides us security. Office te najale bhi tolop pabo. So that is their mindset. And the definition of security is office te najale bhi tolop pabo. The meaning of success for a Naga staying in Nagaland, getting government job is that office te najale bhi tolop pabo. That is a successful person. But if you are looking at jobs and the future of our people, what are the careers that you will choose today will determine the future of Nagaland. Because tomorrow you will not come back and say to your politician, give us a job. Backdoor ba TV. No, you are not a successful politician. Today I am very happy because I came today on the invitation of the NSF president. But I am happy with NSF because of the progressive ideas they promote. Sometimes obviously because they are student federation, there are issues where we are not comfortable with each other. I think that is only proper, that is only natural. We must interact, we must fight, we must argue. Why? For the good of our society. So tomorrow there will be no job for you which your politician can give you. Because educated politicians are of the opinion that governance and good governance must be provided by us, and it includes meritocracy. It includes securing any job through competition. So we want to provide opportunities, we want to create policies where job opportunities are created. But we also want to ensure that you don't rely only on government jobs. A lot of fight happens because of that dependency. So how do we promote meritocracy in our society? We have the Nagaland State Staff Selection Board. It is the way forward. I am very happy. Among all the politicians, I am the happiest. Because it ensures that you will have to give an exam. Even though there is a whisper campaign, NSSP to fair no, it is not like that. If the NPAC examination system was not fair, if NSSP is not fair, it is just a whisper campaign against it, because after all the reformations that have been taken up by this government, we have ensured that the marking system is fair to support the meritorious students. If you are good in your written examination, the marks will necessarily be commensurate with that in the interview. There will be no space for manipulation, because that is the future, not only you, but also me, we want. So in that, you are the inheritors of this policy. Why I say this is because tomorrow I have some mental health issue, or some couples have some issue. Because our Naga society is such, it's a patriarchal society. In any election, when we go and meet people, of course, women are very important vocal participant, but I see a majority of men saying, when I say, why are you not inviting your wife to this discussion, they say, so that is the society we live in. But to bring about changes in that, even in that sector, there is a career out of it. You know, when couples quarrel, we usually go to church to meet with our pastors, or sometimes we are not so comfortable with pastors or letting people know that we have problems with each other. So we will rely on some close friends or family. But in the West, there are marriage counselors. That is a job. And marriage counselors are paid very well. And today, because of technology, you don't need to really meet in person. You can do a video conference over that. So, counseling as a career is the next big career. Slowly our society will accept that if we need help, the first and foremost thing we have to do is to admit that we need help and we need to seek help. But if there are no counselors in Nagaland, and I tell you, I have not seen or heard of professional marriage counselors in the state of Nagaland, whereas in the West it abounds as a career. So this is just one example I just want to give out of the situation we live in. Because when I am asked by people what kind of jobs or the job market is there in Nagaland, first we have to analyze our society and the ills of our society and see what are the solutions you can provide. One of the solutions for the unemployment is to ensure that meritorious students get their jobs through NSSP and PSC. So tomorrow we will be very proud of those who get jobs through these exams. We will be true Christians. We will not be a hypocritical society where we get jobs through a back door and we pretend that it was true merit. So, toppers of today, and I always say this, what Gandhi said, if you want to see change, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see. How do we begin? By being consistent. History is full of smart, intelligent people who have failed in life. Why? Because they did not cultivate the habit which enabled them to succeed. So today you have reached a stage where people, families, friends are proud of you, but will you sustain that success strike that you have just made? That is my question.